Hey Shaniqua. Hey Rick. Hey Sabrina. Hey Maylin. How are you, Kiva? Hey Tawanda. Hey Trisha. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Ask you to share this out. Hey Dane. Thanks for joining. Ask you to share this out. Hey Kiva. Thanks for joining. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Hope you are doing well. Robin Devonish here, the self-publishing maven, go-to girl for writing, publishing, and profitability for your book. Welcome to another segment of Book Talk. So I found out that I am in, thank you, Tawanda. I found out that I am in Facebook jail. It appears that I am in Facebook jail when it comes to, hey Duchess, when it comes to bringing people on my screen. Hey Femi, I am in Facebook jail. So I don't know when I'll be able to resume the book talks where I interview people. I have to find out, I guess, how long I'm going to be in Facebook jail. But I guess what I'm going to have to do is, hey Ciara, I guess what I'm going to have to do is interview authors and just post it until I get out of Facebook jail. Because for right now, I cannot bring anyone on my screen. But I didn't realize that until Monday. Those of you who tuned in on Monday, and you know we were gonna do it. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm in Facebook jail. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but I'm in Facebook jail, so it's all cool. It's, you know, it's cool. It's all good. So we're here tonight. So I guess what I'll be doing from here on in until this changes, I'll be coming on here to just give some information. You know, I like giving great content, great information. So I'll be doing that moving forward until I figure out what the issue is. So tonight I'm going to talk about the 3 P's of a book. Hi Tanisha. Hi Cheryl. I'm going to talk about the 3 P's of the book. Now when I share these 3 words, of course, they're not going to be words that you haven't heard before. However, I'm going to share some details in relation to these 3 particular P's when you are writing a book. I think that they're very relevant to the discussion, and sometimes I just like to go a different way because although I talk about, you know, self-publishing a lot, I do know that there are other ways to publish. There's other information out there. And so, you know, my goal is always to make sure that you are fully informed in terms of your options, your choices, things that you can do with your book. And, you know, just so you'll know, right? So let's get started. So the 3 P's of a book, right? So, you know, sometimes people, you know, they opt to not go the self-publishing route. They opt to go the route of where they want a traditional book deal. And if that is the case, the first P that is needed in relation to your book is called a proposal, a book proposal. So that's the first P. So what is a book proposal? A book proposal is a outline, a full outline of information that is related to your book, right? And so the reason why you are going to have this proposal is because you want to submit it to, different, maybe agents or people that are looking for you, the person who, has a story and you want a book deal. So if you are going to have a book proposal, what are some of the things that you would need, for a book proposal? Now, of course, you can create a proposal for, a different reason. It doesn't have to necessarily be for the purpose of you wanting a book deal. However, I think that it's important for you to know and understand, how that works and what that will look like for you as an author. So what are some of the things that you would put in a book proposal? And really, to be honest, I think that even if you are going the self-publishing route, I think that it wouldn't hurt to create some type of short book proposal, just answering some of these general questions, so to get you in the habit of, when people ask you, certain questions about your book, you can quickly answer them because you've created this outline, this information to further explain. So what are some of the things that goes inside of a book proposal? Of course, the book title goes in there. You need to have a brief synopsis of the book. Now, let me just say this. The synopsis is not the same thing as you having a blurb on the back of your book cover. The synopsis, usually when you are doing a book proposal, is at least 2 pages, meaning that it gives detailed information of what the book is about. Okay? So you'll have the synopsis. Also, what you'll have in the proposal is you will have comparable books to your title and the type of book that you are writing. So let's give an example. Let's just say I was writing a book on werewolves and vampires. So what I would do is I would say a comparable book would be something like Twilight, right? And so not only will I talk about the comparable books, I'll also talk about, some of the sales in terms of, what that book grossed. I will possibly talk about the popularity of the subject. So when you're writing a proposal and you're, pitching to someone, you are going to share those books that are comparable, right? So also what you're going to do when you're writing a proposal, you're going to share what sets your book apart. Okay, so there are other books out there, right? There are other books out there that people have written, people have purchased. There are other books out there that have possibly turned into movies. However, when you are writing your proposal, you need to share what sets your book apart. And so the reason why I say that this is a great exercise just for you to do anyway, even if you're not, pitching your book or putting your book out there to a traditional publishing company, even if you're not trying to get an agent or somebody to pick up the idea of your book, it's just good for you to know, period. That way you can kind of understand that whole competitive edge, what you need to do, how your book is different from those others that are out there. So the first P, again, is a book proposal in relations to books, a book proposal. So the book proposal, like I said, it could be used to pitch to, traditional publishers. It could be used to pitch to agents. Some agents, they require that. Some others, they require a query letter, things like that. But a lot of them require a proposal. And so that's just some of the things that's going to be in the proposal. However, of course, I always say to do your research, to see what's out there, to see, because everyone doesn't necessarily want the same thing. But I will say is that a book proposal is probably about anywhere from 7 to 10 pages. Okay? 7 to 10 pages. And another thing that I want to share with you is if you decide to go that route, you don't want to go self-publishing, you want to go traditional publishing. If you decide to go that route and you're looking for an agent, you never, ever, ever pay an agent. If an agent says to you, I want some money for me to help you get a book deal, you need to run the other way, because agents don't get paid from you. They get paid from the deal that they get from you. they get for you. Okay? So just a quick recap, like I said, in your book proposal, you would need a synopsis, you would need the title, you would need when the book is going to be released, you would need comparable books, talk about comparable books, you would need what set, share what sets you apart. Some of those are some of the things that you would need. So that's your first P, right? That is the book proposal. The second thing in terms of the book, the letter P, is pitching. So, pitching actually is really, it's always been popular, but I think that it's really more so popular now because of the fact that you see, the different shows like Shark Tank, where people are pitching products, and you see people that are, writing scripts and pitching for shows. Pitching definitely is an art. Pitching is something that you definitely want to make sure that you get the right person to help you pitch. Of course, I recommend the one and only Squeaky Moore. She is the pitch master. She's helped plenty of people pitch their products, pitch to TV shows in different areas, right? So, who, in terms of your book, once you have this book, once it's been written, or even, let's just say it hasn't been released yet, or even if it is released, but you want to pitch, where are some of the places that you can pitch your book? Of course, you can pitch it to, publishing companies, but also, pitching it for a movie, pitching it for regular television, a television sitcom, pitching it for reality TV, pitching it for a documentary. I think that sometimes, people, they say, well, I want the whole movie, but why not a documentary? How about pitching it for, Amazon, that now that Amazon is into TV now, right? So why not pitch it for a show with Amazon? There's Netflix, pitching it to Netflix, right? So if you have this book and you believe that it's something that it should be shared with the masses, I say don't limit yourself in terms of where you should pitch to, right? Don't limit yourself or don't say that I just wanted to go this way. It could go a couple of places, right? Or even if you just want to make your own movie, right there. Like, for instance, this weekend, I had my Entrepreneur Summit and we had Tressa Azarel there. Tressa Azarel, she's taken 3 of her books and she's turned them into movies. So she's a movie producer, right? So in terms of pitching, again, where can you pitch? You could pitch it to movies. You could pitch it for documentaries. You could pitch it for television. You could pitch it for reality TV. You could pitch it for, Amazon TV. You could pitch it for Netflix. You could pitch it for Epix. You could pitch it for Hulu. Like, there's so many places that you could pitch your book, right? Whether you're traditional published or self-published, you can pitch your book. But of course, you want to make sure that you know how to do it. And of course, like I said, I recommend Squeaky Moore, who is the pitch master, who has receipts of results of people that she has helped to pitch different things, and it's actually been picked up, right? So that's the second P. So the third P is publishing, right? So we talked a little bit a few minutes ago about a proposal, right? So a book proposal, of course, that would be for, traditional publishing, right? Now, publishing, traditional publishing, what is traditional publishing? Traditional publishing, of course, is when you get a book deal. You pitch your book to you write the proposal, you do the pitch, now you're ready for the publishing part. Right? And so you pitching your book to different agents and different companies and all of that. But traditional publishing is not for the faint at heart. Okay? Because with traditional publishing, it takes time. It takes time because they're not giving out book deals like that anymore. It's not that easy to get a book deal anymore. actually, it's never been easy, but it's even harder now. If you notice, most people that are getting traditional book deals are people that have some type of following and or celebrity status, because the companies want to get a return on their investment, right? And if they do give a book deal to someone, a lot of times the advance is not as much as it used to be, right? So traditional, and on top of that, with traditional publishing, you have to understand that even if you are picked up, that your book can take about a year to actually see the light of day. So traditional publishing is not for the faint of heart. But there's another type of publishing that has become very popular. It is called hybrid publishing. So hybrid publishing is a balance between traditional publishing and self-publishing. So hybrid publishing, they put a lot of backing behind you. They'll help with the marketing. They'll even help with the book cover. You have to pay you have to pay some money, and there are some royalties. However, you won't have to do a lot of it on your own, like as if you were doing self-publishing. With hybrid publishing, they don't necessarily own the rights to your book. However, they give you that support that you need. So hybrid publishing is something that has become very popular as well. Okay. So, and then of course there is self-publishing. So of course, self-publishing, the definition of self-publishing is saying that you as the author, you're resuming all the responsibility for the book, for the marketing, for the success of it, the money, the book cover, everything. That's what you're saying when you are going into self-publishing. Okay? So I'm not going to stay on here long. I just wanted to come and just share those 3 P's, because I think that they're really important in terms of you making a decision on how you want your book to be, where you want your book to go, and understanding what those things mean. So again, just a quick recap. There's the book proposal, right, which is really needed when you are you're looking to go for a traditional book deal, right? And I shared, some of the things that are in a book proposal. Of course, there's a list of more, but I just wanted to give you a brief overview of some of the things that would be needed in a book proposal. And we already discussed that, a book proposal can be anywhere from 7 to 10 pages, right? And I also said that you should consider doing one anyway, just so you'll be able to fully articulate, understand, explain your book if you need to, if you, so choose to go further with it and take it in the various different directions that it can go, right? The next thing, book pitching it, for radio, even radio, like if you want to have some type of radio show, maybe you want to have a radio show based on your book, pitching it for television, reality TV, movies, like, on Netflix, original movies on Netflix, original movies on Hulu, original movies on Epix, Amazon now, they have television. Even YouTube now has kind of like people have YouTube series and different things like that. So learning how to pitch is really important if you are looking to, push your book in a certain direction. And then of course there's publishing, and then there's traditional publishing, there's hybrid publishing, and then there's self-publishing. And I am the, one of the experts, I guess you could say, when it comes to self-publishing. So, of course, do your due diligence, do your research, and figure out, I guess, what you want to do, with your book. So I am going to hop off of here now. I just wanted to come on here and share that really, really quickly. I ask you to please, if you're on the replay, to share this out with other people. Inbox somebody, maybe they want to know some information about a book and they're not sure what direction to go. Don't be stingy. Share. Sharing is caring, right? So I thank you for tuning in. You're welcome, my love. I thank you for tuning in. Robin Devonish, the self-publishing maven, your go-to girl for writing, publishing, and profitability for your book. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.